and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in our chill Ottoman game, where we're on the edge of the Age of Reformation ending and the age of, well, at this point probably going to be Ottoman absolutism, because I did absolutism better than the AI does, but the Age of Absolutism is about to begin. Siege of Pegu! Pegu! My friend. We want you to release that subject. Give us money, or give us war operations and all your treasuries. And leave this war. Yeah, release in peace, plus 100. That bloody Hegemon, minus 50. This does mean, unless we have a core of theirs, and we don't, that we will be able to diplomatize them. If we didn't have a release in peace with Hegemon, it would be a little hard. And I'm not sure we'd be able to do it anymore with off Sunni religion places anymore. We are just waiting. Global trade. Global trade will be nice when and if we get it. Yeah, I think we're just waiting for that siege to complete to do Delhi. If these sieges all complete, we probably can do Bahamas. No, we got one more siege for Bahamas. Okay, right. A little bit close there. Suppose because I'm waiting for the institution, I should be not hoarding the admin diplomat power stuff. That siege finished. That siege finished. Delhi want out. Delhi wants out. They're willing to agree to my terms. Yeah. Agreed up another 2 states. One of them we won't actually be able to nibble last slice. The other one we will be, at least. So many nations, we might be able to overcome the malice here because we have accepted religion, in your country from others of the same religion, defender of the faith, etc. Okay. Two people left in the war, Bahamas and the person we're fighting. The person we declared for, specifically, yeah. Wait, at this point, let's take the curry favors guy off of France for the moment. We're obviously not going to be carrying much more favors with France because we're at 99 of 100, and we can't spend them the way we want to while we're at war. There we go. Your surrender. We're not quite willing to accept surrender yet. They still have enough of an army they are resisting the concept. There we go. Not going to accept... they'll accept a little bit more. Pick them out like so. And bring up a bunch more places. Then the main war. Turn a bunch of cores. Liberate both countries that you can. We're getting hindered a little bit because Diviet controls a bunch of territory. I have a treaty with them, so we can't declare on them yet. Yeah. Okay. So we can take what we can. Oh, we can free peg. So free peg you as well. Corporations. Give us a bunch of money. Not quite as good as it could have been otherwise, because Lai Zhang could have taken some of the stuff in here that was occupied by Dai Viet. I think there was another subject in here. Might have been able to liberate. That we won't, but that's fine. Oh, interesting. Province lost a couple of cores in the meantime. That's a bit of a shame. No, one of them was Anjou. Yeah, because it's Francine, the core wore off. Okay. Maybe to maximize the returns on province there, we should have done it in a different order. But that'll be fine. Any luck with being able to adapt to the new... No, not yet. Here, it comes up as a notification up here, so shouldn't need to be spending so much time sort of semi-paranoidly checking. Three favors, okay. Debris, okay, so that'll give us our diplomat back we need to offer you vassalization. Then we can recall that diplomat. Yeah, they're over 100, so they're a no-go. They might not be... No, they're over 100. Forgetting, they're big. Well, they were bigger before Russia did a Russia. We might need to do something to Russia. Malacca, you're not suitable. You have subjects still. No, he just has too much size. Never mind. That still means he's not really suitable, because that means we want to come after him the moment we get imperialism. Either now we definitely have... No, you've just got the... Oh, yeah, you got one more core. Okay, so we got an excuse to go after Bengal. Granted, we got excuses to go after lots of people everywhere. So we got an excuse from Bengal, we got an excuse for various Chinese majors, or minors, or however you want to describe them. Okay, we influence that nation. Diplomat back, we get back and do promote to islet. Saves the double slot. We must be just on the edge with one of our diplomat or one of our merchants, whether we get them or not. There we go. Okay, so once it gets back, we can do offer guys. Manchu's being a bit aggressive. Though they're definitely too well. I was about to say they're definitely too big, but they're not too big to knock things out of. So let's see what we do with them. We get our islet deployed here. There we go. Bring up a slot. Okay, and then we can press rationalization here. And offer rationalization there. We can promote. We'll start improving relations with you before I actually do the promotions. Weirdly, we actually kind of went the Vihanagar here to cut biomass down to sub 100 development, because then we might actually be able to diplovassalize them. Because as I remember, our religious group, they're okay, not the best targets because we've pissed them off a bunch, but within the realm of we could probably get them there. And then we can use them as an excuse to then attack back and take the territory back, yeah. Nope, almost there. And we have Great Horde cores, so they're never going to come around. Yeah, we're probably just waiting for Imperialism. We'll get the Imperialism DLC, or DLC. Causes Belly. The Imperialism Causes Belly will come running in hot and heavy. Pretty sure it's not going to tell me here, is it? I think it's client state tech. I think it's 23. There we go. All the new freed and liberated territories brought over to our side. It says mobilizing up again for fighting Austria wouldn't be the worst of ideas. Austria is allied to Great Britain. Great Britain's really the one we'd be worried. Oh, and Portugal. So Portugal. No, Portugal would say no. That works. Portugal and Great Britain would be the two we'd be worried about. Less so Austria, but Austria is who would actually be there for stuff off of. Yeah, so with that, let's see how many groups we can free up for marching westward. There's 5, 6. Seven. Okay, we've given up on our path through Bengal. So the guys in China proper are not accessible right now. Not that we necessarily need everyone to be showing up to the party. Oh, and we have a bunch in Italy. Italy crowd is still stuck in Italy. Yeah, that makes sense. Almost there. Can we find a place where it's almost there that we can push it to a little quicker? Sure. Let's let the year tick over, and then we can grab these 3 techs. Okay, we got a spare... Well, say spare merchant. We're going to merchant back again. This time this is from global trade, so this one's not going to disappear. It's going to be the next one that's going to be the one we're going to have problems with again. Okay. Then, state-wise, let's get the company stuff going. Trade power. We have it. No, we've done local development one. Okay. Should have that one almost everywhere. Okay, trade company investments almost complete. Military administration is going to be more manpower, so it's not the end of the world if we can't get this one fully in. Placement set. Yep, that managed to get everything in. Oh, maybe if we can get it back up to 100. Maybe. Something over here. Alright, well, let's work towards that for the moment. Oh, now we got more merchants. No, it's definitely a Malacca. Followed by Canton. Oh, they're at war, so we're not going to be able to have them hand over anything. Troops marching westward. I wouldn't be surprised if we can just recruit more. Yeah, we recruit a bunch more. This game's not appreciating this. Come on, game. You can do it. So next tech is nice, because next tech is national sovereignty. Though I was really planning on going for espionage, but because we've got the mouse from Hegemon, it might be a little bit less valuable. Yeah. So we can get another 10 from offer military, another 15 from subsidies. Gift is another 25. So that's another 50. That's going to leave us 10 short. And we're probably not getting a random event that's going to give us a plus 10. So we can't, while we're on Hegemon, we can't get these guys to 190. Unless we get a good event. In which case we're waiting for the good event. Same thing here. So we get a good event with these guys, we're not getting them to 190. Okay. Is an argument to figure out a way to sort of throw it all away, so that we don't have that problem anymore. Okay, the next is Ethiopia. I don't think Ethiopia isn't coastal, though. Oh, if we annex the island of Atoll, not to be confused with actual Atoll, we might be in a situation where we can make it work. Okay. Yeah, this should be a war that we can happily win. So we're just doing a bunch of core returns. Does it make sense to drag in Great Britain? Probably. So following other allies, Sweden, East Frisia, Portugal. Though apparently that's not enough to get Portugal to show up. We're not going to start this war right now. It's basically the end of the stream. In fact, if I'm trying to keep this to 30 to 40 minutes, we're coming up to 40, so if I'm not going to let it run like the last one, go for an hour, now is the time to end the stream. If I remember next time, what we might do is see if we can arrange via declaring co-belligerence on an Austria war, a way where we can be at war with all 7 electors. Because if we can break the Empire, like, if I can break the Empire, I will very happily lose Hegemon, so I can basically diplo-vassalize the entire Empire. Because most of the Empire is made up of lots of little one province minors, or people we can beat with the proverbial army bat a couple times to shake out a bunch of one province minors. Where all the one province minors, we'd be able to diplo-vassalize them if they weren't like electors or free cities, and we didn't have the Hegemon, right? So if we could break the Empire, then we lose Hegemon intentionally so that we lose the -50 penalty, then I think we'd basically be able to diplo-vassalize most of the way through the Empire. And then it would just be the big guys. It'd be Castile, France, Great Britain, Sweden, Russia, who are the sort of people we want to war the moment we get the imperialism casus belli, because at that point we can take advantage of the fact that it puts a big area on peace treaty, and we just hit them all. I think we are legitimately getting to the point where, with the massive army here, where we'd fight the world. I would not be surprised by the time we get imperialism casus belli, if we can have a 1,000,000-man army. Which is almost certainly enough to fight in multiple theaters and just overwhelm people. But for the moment, this is where we're going to go ahead and end. Not much expansion westward, but we managed to basically get the remainder of sub-Saharan Africa, the Horn of Africa. We got a lot more in China, and before I screwed up and selected Hegemon here, we got a bunch of Malaysia. Had I not done that, we probably would have been able to go and take over the island here with Sambas and Brunei and Bejar and that sort of places diplomatically. But right now, I don't think that's plausible because we can't basically do it to the Hindus. And for some of them, like Sambas here, we need to get the tributary states out from under them, which are Hindus, to do it diplomatically. So, okay, we can get one off, right? We can probably get Brunei. Brunei is probably actually available. So there's a few situations where we can do some diplomatizing. And then yeah, it's basically beating people with a baseball bat. Because we got the army to break up majors and then eat the bits with diplomacy. And then at a certain point, we don't actually care about aggressive expansion anymore because we'll just be so big that, okay, we've run out of miners to annex, or what miners are going to annex or vassalize. What miners are going to vassalize are going to be new miners, right? In which case, then you don't care about the aggressive expansion from before they existed. But yeah, so I hope you've all been enjoying. This has been going well. It's been going fairly fun. This is a chill game. I suspect that if you knew what you were doing, you'd have the ball rolling so badly you'd already be winning the game. Right, because I think if you wanted to be winning harder, you could trade one of these out for religious. Because one of the things that's kind of stopping me from just chain warring areas, aggressive expansion is concerned. The other one is Casus Belli. How do we get an excuse to declare war on a region so we can knock people out of people? So I'm having to find creative ways to get Casus Bellis, because you can't just fabricate claims when you don't have a neighboring territory. Which would not be your problem if you had a Casus Belli like religious war or imperialism, which is kind of what we're waiting for. With the chill here, we're waiting for imperialism. Imperialism is going to give us the Casus Belli. We need to fight the world. Potentially at the same time, but we'll see. So until the next time, wish you all a good time and good luck. And bye for now. I suppose, actually, before I do that, I should just do announcements. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll probably get around to recording another one. We're running on a 5-day cycle with the recordings. So we'll record 5 parts every 5 days. So if you want to see more Europa Universalis, and you're watching on Twitch, it will be in 5 days. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be another one by tomorrow, because we should have gotten around to recording by your tomorrow. Which I think technically means that we will have recorded... May have been last night, might be the night before last. Not sure if I have a 1-day or 2-day gap between when the recordings went up and when the recordings happened. If you're watching on Twitch, the YouTube channel is WillCole100. If you're watching on YouTube, the Twitch channel is WillCole, so you can hopefully find each other that way. I am streaming, this is Europa Universalis, or Europa Universalis 4, doing Factorio, I think that's tomorrow. Long Dark's the day after that. We have Subnautica the day after that. We'll see how Subnautica goes. We might either be very rapidly approaching the end of Subnautica, or I'm going to get lost, because at this point I think we've got most of the recipes. I've got like the nuclear power plant stuff left to do, but getting pretty close to finishing up Subnautica. And then the day after that is... I'm trying to remember what the day after that was. Oh, Never Second in Rome, which is going pretty well. So, with that, that's my announcements. I hope you've all enjoyed. With that, wish you the best of luck and a good time. Actually, bye for now this time.